My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Ultimate Editions Charlotte Flair. And so here we have the Ultimate Edition Charlotte Flair posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually see what she comes with. Charlotte here does come with two alternate head sculpts. We do get the smirking expression that she has on her right now. And then we have a really big grinning expression. Charlotte comes with 3 pairs of hands. We get a pair of grip hands. We get a pair of style pose hands. And then finally we do get a pair of open palmed hands. Charlotte's final accessory is, of course, her entrance coat, which looks really nice. I really do like the fact that they went soft goods with it. I think that looks phenomenal. Other than that, Charlotte here doesn't come with anything else. I think I would have included a pair of fists for Charlotte, but other than that, it's pretty much everything you'd expect from a Charlotte Flair figure. So, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually take a closer look at Charlotte Flair. And so here we have a closer look at Charlotte Flair. Now, Mattel has knocked out of the park with this head sculpt. I am not going to lie. This is probably the best attempt they've ever made at Charlotte Flair. And I'm really having a hard time depending if I'm going to have her posed with a smirking face or the smiling face, because both of them look just as good as the other one. My preference might be the smirking face, but if I have her with the coat on, I'm probably going to go with the smiling expression. But anyway, yeah, really good job by Mattel here. They did a phenomenal job with Charlotte here. Not going to complain too much about the head sculpt because it is done exceptionally well. From just about every angle, it does look like Charlotte Flair. So I gotta give credit where credit is due. They did a fantastic job with this. Her hair sculpt, is actually done fairly well, but I am going to say what I've been saying for a while now, that they need to add kind of like a dry brushing or a wash to the hair just to bring out some of those details, because as it turns out, her hair kind of looks like ramen noodles. Just like Lacey Evans, we have that ramen noodle effect where it's just one color. If they had added a darker wash throughout her hair, it would highlight a lot of these details, like this braid going along her back. That kind of gets lost in this ramen noodle style hair that they have with her. Just a little more detailed to the color of the hair would make this figure pop so much. And since we're paying a premium price for this figure, I would expect that they would go a little more with this, but that's me just personally. So having a look at the figure, there's a lot of reuse here, and there's some new things that we gotta go over. For starters, the reuse. We do have a reused torso of Charlotte Flair. Now, the torso is something we have seen before. We did see this on her previous Elite series, which was on her Elite 54 release, where she did get this really nice torso. I'm not going to complain about it. It's a torso that fits Charlotte exceptionally well, with my one and only complaint being this part in the shoulder. Her arm doesn't go anywhere close to how it should be. She's always going to have her arm out at that angle, which I really think Mattel should really rethink the way they do the shoulders on the females, because they are kind of boxy. They should really round out those shoulders just a little bit, especially right here at the top. As you can see in the back, you can see what I mean. It's kind of boxy. But this is a really good torso for Charlotte Flair, and they didn't make it especially for Charlotte Flair. I can't talk today. So I am glad that we do get some reuse out of it. Having a look at the arms, I do believe these are the first time we see these arms, only because they're pinless and they're double jointed. We haven't seen a pinless double joint on a female figure just yet. So really am liking this. I'm not a fan of pinless joints. I honestly could do with or without the pins. It doesn't really bother me. If anything, this does make it a little bit harder for customizing, which is a little bit unfortunate. I do have her with the grip hands at the moment. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but her skin tones match, with the exception of her hands. Her hands seem to be a darker color. It wouldn't be too big of an issue, but it is noticeable under normal lights. Now, under these bright lights, I don't know if you can see them, but that is something I do have to point out. We do, of course, have her tattoos right here, the little heart there. Then we have a little bit of patience right there. We do have her other tattoo right here, and then we do have the cross, which is covered up by her wrestling top. So they did a really good job with the tattoos. Really glad about that. Now, something that always bothers me with female figures is when they kind of make this part painted. Now, I understand why they had to paint the flesh tone, but I could do without having this cut, because it does stand out a little bit, and if there's any scratches on it like there is on mine, you will notice that more than anything else. So hopefully they do stray away from this and either give us a new torso or just something different, because as it stands, that does stand out like a sore thumb. Really do like this peacock inspired design on her trunks. You can kind of see like the peacock feathered right here, along with some accents which look really nice. Going down to her knees, we do have some knee pads which are double or two-tone, excuse me, not double-tone. Two-tone, we have a really nice bright pink here, and then a less saturated pink right there, and it is a really nice contrast. Then we kind of have that same pink going right here on her calf, almost like a sleeve, going all the way to these boots. I want to say these boots are new and they haven't been seen before, just because they're really long, and we haven't seen long boots like this on a female figure. If we have, I just haven't picked them up or haven't got around to reviewing them. But this is a really nice boot, and it really does stray away from that AJ Lee style boot that we've seen in the past. You can see it does have the CF for Charlotte Flair on both sides, with the laces painted really well. I do like how nice those laces look, going all the way down to the bottom of her boots, and then we do have black soles. So overall, this is a really nice figure and a really good contrast to other figures we've gotten in the past for Charlotte. This is probably the best and should be your Charlotte in your collection. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get her posed next to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Charlotte Flair posed next to an Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. Here we have Charlotte Flair posed next to an Ultimate Edition's Ronda Rousey and an Ultimate Edition's Becky Lynch. And finally, here we have the Ultimate Edition's Charlotte Flair posed next to the Elite 54 Charlotte Flair. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at Charlotte's articulation. Now, we do have the standard Ultimate Edition's articulation here on Charlotte Flair. Now, unfortunately, because her head sits so low or so high, I don't know how you want to put it, because she has a really long neck, we don't get too much up and down movement. If anything, it's non-existent with the head tilt as well. So no up and down movement, no head tilt, but we do have left and right movement, which isn't at all hindered by her hair, which I really do like that. Her arms are on ball joints that go out to the side. They go all the way around. We have a swivel at the bicep. We have double bend at the elbow, which on mine, it's kind of stiff. But you can get it to go, and we do get really good range there, as you can see. Better than 90 degrees, almost goes all the way around. We do have a swivel hinge at the wrist, and that works perfectly. We do have a ball joint in the torso, which goes back. Doesn't go too far forward, leans to the side, pretty good. Then we have rotation at the waist. Legs do kick forward to about there. You can make them kick higher, but you start cutting into the plastic, which is always no bueno. Goes out to the side, really good distance. Not going to complain about that. We do have swivel at the thigh. We do have a double bend here at the knee. Now, unfortunately, her knee pad will get in the way, but it is a double jointed knee, so you can see that we have one joint right here, and then a second joint right there. We, of course, do have boot swivel, which works fine, no problem. We have an ankle joint, which goes back, goes forward. Then we also have rocker ankle, which I really do like that. Then we have a very generous toe hinge, which if you really wanted to, you can have it bend down. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you can. So anyway, that's Charlotte Flair for you guys. Really do like the way this figure came out. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get her posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Ultimate Edition Charlotte Flair pose for my final thoughts, and overall this is a really beautiful piece to have in your collection. Now, I do have some issues with it, particularly that this is a Ringside collectible exclusive, which I don't have a problem with Ringside collectible exclusives. However, I did notice that prior to the second release, this figure was $32. Then they did mark this figure up all the way to $40. Now, I actually got this on the Black Friday sale, so I only paid about $30 for her. But the markup from $30 to $40 is quite steep, and I'm not really sure that she is worth $40. Now, I really do like the soft goods robe on her. It looks fantastic. Mattel did an exceptional job on it, especially with the fluff above her head. But I don't see this as a $40 figure, unfortunately. Yeah, we do get some pretty decent accessories with 3 pairs of hands, 2 heads, and in the soft goods coat, but at the same time, why am I going to pay $20 more for something that other companies are doing for less? And that still boggles my mind on why the Ultimate Edition figures are marked up $10. Now, she was available on Amazon for a little bit for about $30, which unfortunately I didn't miss that sale. Having her here with the Ringside sale, I did save a little bit of money, including the promo code I used, but $40 for an Ultimate Edition figure, that's a really, really harsh price to pay, especially if you're not getting it first and you're pretty much getting it second to release. So I don't see this as a $40 figure. Do I see it as a $30 figure? No. I think the most I should be paying for Ultimate Editions is $25, but that's just me personally. I know a lot of effort goes into these figures, but they could at least give us a little more bang for our buck, like more hands, more heads. That's something I really want to see in the Ultimate Editions line in the future, but chances are we're not going to get that, which is unfortunate because this is a really good line, and it does suck that we are paying a premium for a non-premium figure. If you are looking for this figure, like I said, she is a Ringside collectible exclusive, despite the fact she was seen on Amazon for one night. I don't want to say hold your breath, maybe Amazon might get her, but as of right now, the only way to get her is Ringside collectible. So if you haven't already done so, go ahead and pick her up. If you can't stomach the $40, there are ways to get her for cheaper with the proper discount codes, but overall, I would wait for a sale before picking this figure up. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other WWE Ultimate Edition figures. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.